So far, it might continue, but it might not continue. But we'll see. One step at a time. Some nice water, you can see. Yeah, we're in the month of Kislev in Hebrew, which is the month of the redemption, the month that has Hanukkah, and the month that has the 19th of Kislev, which is a special holiday of Chabad. And this month is all about redemption, basically. And spreading the inner dimension of Torah to the whole universe and beyond. It's represented by Hanukkah and the Parshas in the Torah this month. Many other holidays that happen in it. I'm not sure if they're going to do any more songs or not. They may or may not. Looks like they're done. Sorry. Alright, looks like they're done. So let's go to 770 now. Let's take a look at the tunnels. Alright, let's take a look at some tunnels. Yeah, and this building that we just left is where people do weddings all the time in Crown Heights, called Oholei Torah. It was one of the first Jewish hassidic schools that was established in America that has all Jewish subjects, no secular subjects whatsoever in the slightest. They only learn about Torah from kindergarten all the way to college. So pretty cool story. There should be more schools like it one day. It was like in the early 60s, I think it was established. And it's right across the street from the famous tunnels. So maybe let's take a look at those. Let's see what's going on there. But yeah, this month, Kislev, is called the month of the redemption because it has Hanukkah as well as the immediate month that's coming up is called the 19th of Kislev. The whole month is called Kislev, which means a lot of things. But for now, it's just the name of the month. But the 19th of Kislev is called the New Year of Chabad, which talks about, it commemorates the day that the leader of Chabad from the mid-1700s to late 1700s, when he started Chabad, he was actually thrown in prison by the Tsarist Russians because they made all these faulty accusations against him because other Jews at the time didn't really like Chabad. So he was in prison for 53 days, and then he was freed on the 19th day of Kislev coming up. And when he was in prison, he writes that the soul of his teacher and his teacher's teacher, who were the other founders of the entire Hasidic movement, known as Rabbi Yisrael, the Baal Shem Tov, and his other teacher, Rabbi Dovber of Mezrich, that their soul, while the Alter Rebbe, the founder of Chabad, was in prison, the souls of his teachers came to him, and they told him the spiritual reason for why he was in prison. I said, really, because what the Alter Rebbe was doing essentially was taking the teachings of the Torah, like the secrets, like Kabbalah and stuff like that, and he was making it accessible to the simple folk, simple people. Usually the teachings of Kabbalah and the deeper aspects of the Torah were not always known, but they were only a very secret, and only like select groups got to learn about it at a certain time. But there was never a time like the Alter Rebbe who was bringing these teachings to the masses in more explainable ways with examples and metaphors and stuff. It was like a whole new style of writing, and he was like revealing these deeper secrets that were supposed to be kept secret, kind of thing. So the teacher of the Alter Rebbe, known as the Baal Shem Tov, and his teacher, Rabbi Dovber of Mezrich, they told him that he was thrown in prison because there was really a heavenly decree against him. Because as he started spreading these teachings of the Torah, then maybe from the heavens they said, like, oh, maybe that's like these teachings should be kept secret, so we shouldn't like teach them so much. So because of that, that's a spiritual reason for why the false accusations were made against him. That's why he was thrown in the Tsar's prison. But then, on the 19th day of Kislev, he was freed, And then, according to him and the other successors and followers, that when he was freed, that marked the time when it was like permitted from the heavens to spread these teachings in an even greater way from before. Because the Alter Rebbe, according to the story, he asked the souls of the Baal Shem Tov, oh, well, if that was the reason why he was thrown in prison, because he was teaching the Torah, then should he stop doing it when he gets let out? And they said, no. They said, when you get let out, you should teach even more. And then, so when the Alter Rebbe was freed on the 19th day of Kislev, then he started really teaching the teachings of the deeper part of Torah, known as Chassidus, in an infinitely greater way than before. And then, and that's essentially how we have Chabad to this day. Okay, I have like 4% battery. It's pretty brutal. Yeah, so that's essentially why we have Chabad to this day, because Alter Rebbe was freed, and then he started teaching all these secrets of Torah, and then he had like thousands of discourses, and then his son had like many more. What's up? Says his son, who was also named Rabbi Dover, he says he used to give discourses like commentaries on his father's discourses that would last sometimes 8 hours at a time, just for one discourse. And people would like go. There was one guy who said he went in the morning. He went out to work and he saw him giving this teaching to his followers. And then he came back from work like 8 hours later, and he was still sitting in the same place, giving the same teaching. So that was Alter Rebbe's son, and then there was essentially six successors after the Alter Rebbe, after the founder of Chabad. So there's a total of 7 Rebbes so far in Chabad. The most recent Rebbe was the famous Lubavitch Rebbe, who used to teach here at this building, 770 Eastern Parkway. And before that, his father-in-law moved to this red brick building in 1940, in the middle of World War II. He escaped. And then when that happened, then he established the permanent residence of the Chabad movement right here at 770 Eastern Parkway. Before that, it was in a town in Russia called Lubavitch, which is so small it barely appears on most maps. And it was there for more than 100 years. And before that, it was in other places. And then after that, it was also in a few other places for a few years at a time. But then this place right here is known as the permanent location of Chabad until the Messiah comes. And the Rebbe said in 1992 that when the Messiah comes, we know from the Talmud that one of the events that's going to mark the Messiah's arrival is that there's going to be a giant temple made out of fire that's going to fall out of the sky miraculously, because it's already built in the spiritual universes, and all it's lacking is just the revelation from the spiritual to the physical. So in the Talmud it says this giant temple made of fire is going to descend from the heavens, from the sky, and land eventually on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. And then from there it's also going to gather all of the synagogues that exist throughout the entire world and uproot them from their places in the ground, and then have them miraculously fly towards the temple in Jerusalem and establish a permanent, huge temple that has the spiritual fire temple connected with all the other temples as one big superstructure of temples in Jerusalem. And that's why the land of, the Temple Mount will essentially take up the entire circumference area of what is Jerusalem now. And the entire Jerusalem will take up the entire borders of the land of Israel. And the land of Israel, the borders of Israel will expand to the entire universe. And everything will be Israel, everywhere you look. But so the Rebbe said in 1992, based on this Talmud thing, that it also says in the Talmud, taking the Megillah, page 29a, that everywhere the Jewish people go, the Creator goes with them. So when they went down to Babylon originally, the Creator went with them. It says when they are redeemed, the Creator will be redeemed with them. And it brings verses to support its position. So the point is that the main revelation of the Creator is going to be in the temple made of fire. So when the Creator is redeemed with the Jewish people, that means that the temple itself will descend from the heavens, starting out from 770 Eastern Parkway. And from there, it will go to the rest of the universe, essentially. Here's where sketchy back alley charger because I have like 1% battery left. If anyone has any questions in the comments before we go, let me know because it's about to run out of battery any second. Okay, now we're in business for now, even though the connection's not so good. Um, but yeah, let's see. So yeah, basically, remember said that this building is where Messiah will be revealed from, because this is where the temple made of fire is going to reveal from heaven. So yeah, and then from there it's going to gather all the synagogues towards them, and they're all going to go to Jerusalem forever, pretty much. So yeah, I mean, not much else to say. Maybe we'll continue later when Moshiach comes. In the meantime, yeah, maybe let's try to go outside real quick, but it's going to run out of battery soon, so gotta charge it. But I also don't want to end the live because there's so many people watching. Let's take a quick look inside. Quick sneak peek before we go down the battery. Man, what's up? Hansi, what's here? It's live. You want to say something or no? Hi, what's up? Oh, you're in the middle of dominating. Okay. What's up? It's brutal. Alright, here we are. It's about to run out of battery, so it's kind of brutal. But yeah. That's basically it. Tunnel Central of America. Grand Central Tunnels. I'm gonna end the live before we run out of battery because we're like literally at 1% left. Anyway, so if you guys want to come back later, you can. For more content of the Osmos Redemption.